Not all heartbreak comes from a tangible loss. Sometimes the deepest ache is for something that never quite was, a life almost lived, a self nearly realized. This is a quiet sorrow, a faint melody that lingers in the background of your thoughts. It's the ache for the blueprint of a future never built, the ghost of a possibility that hovered just out of reach. Like an unsent letter, it holds the weight of words never spoken, connections never made. We carry these gentle ghosts, the job not taken, the friendship that faded, the path left unexplored. This isn't dramatic grief, but a subtle, persistent melancholy, a reminder of the countless lives we might have lived. For every road we walk, there are others left behind, marked only by a wistful sigh. And so we learn to live with the quiet music of what might have been. Each of us is an unfinished symphony, our lives a composition of bold beginnings and silent pauses. Within us are movements started but never completed, the artist's blank canvas, the scholar's half-written thesis, the explorer's untravelled map. These are not failures, but unfinished songs in the orchestra of our being. The sorrow here is not for mistakes, but for the beautiful, unresolved chords left hanging in the air. Like a sculptor who lays down the chisel before the masterpiece is revealed, we recognize the promise in what remains incomplete. We walk past these unfinished versions of ourselves, feeling a quiet pang for the forms that never fully emerged. Yet each attempt was an act of hope, a testament to the courage to begin. The grief is not for what's missing, but for the beauty of the process itself. Every unfinished symphony is a monument to the self that dared to dream. We honor not just the flowers that bloomed, but every seed planted along the way. Life is a corridor lined with doors. Some we stride through, others we pass by. The most haunting are those we nearly opened, hands hovering on the handle, hearts full of anticipation. Behind each was a vivid possibility, a new career, a different city, a love that promised warmth. Sometimes, just as we're about to enter, the door closes softly, leaving us in the hallway with the key still in hand. The memory of that door lingers, a gentle ghost not of regret, but of possibility. We wonder about the room beyond, the life that might have unfolded. This is the quiet sorrow of the almost life, the ache of knowing we stood at the threshold of a different story. In choosing one door, we leave others unopened, and that's part of being human. We can cherish the room we're in, while still feeling a gentle longing for the light beneath another door. Picture yourself rowing across a misty lake, glimpsing a beautiful shoreline through the fog. You row with hope, the destination growing clearer, almost within reach. But then a gentle current pulls you sideways, keeping you just out of reach, drifting parallel to the shore. You watch the sun set behind silver trees, the flowers close for the night, always a spectator, never arriving. The grief is not for a land lost, but for one never gained, a paradise seen, but never touched. The vision of that shoreline becomes part of you, a bittersweet memory of beauty glimpsed from afar. It's the sorrow of the eternal observer, carrying within you the image of a home you never entered. The mist returns, but the memory remains, shaping your inner landscape. This longing is not emptiness, but a testament to your capacity for hope. The shoreline you never reached becomes a quiet, beautiful part of your story. We all have ghost ships, vessels of our alternate lives, sailing just beyond reach. From the shore of your own life, you spot them. The ship of the risk you didn't take, the adventure you let pass. You imagine the life on board, bold, romantic, free, a version of you braver than the one standing on the sand. The ship never comes closer, nor does it disappear. It simply crosses your horizon, a silent reminder of what could have been. There's comfort in its presence, a bittersweet acknowledgement that somewhere that version of you exists. Yet there's sadness too. You are the lighthouse keeper, watching but never boarding. Over time, the ghost ship becomes a familiar sight, appearing in quiet moments, anniversaries, sleepless nights. You learn to greet it with gentle melancholy, a nod across the water to the life you almost lived. "There you are again," you whisper. "I hope you're having a grand adventure." It's a quiet conversation with a ghost, a salute to the journey witnessed only from the shore. Our hearts are not just homes for love, but quiet cemeteries for the selves we never became. Each headstone marks a dream set aside, an ambition faded, a version of us that didn't survive the journey to now. These are not morbid places, but reflective gardens of memory. We walk among these graves with nostalgia, honoring the child who dreamed, the teen who hoped, the adult who planned. We are the caretakers of this sacred ground, tending to these memories with tenderness, not regret. Each plot is a testament to a life path not taken, a chapter that shaped who we are. These are not failures, but evidence of a life rich with possibility. Visiting this inner cemetery is an act of self-awareness, a recognition of our complexity. A heart with no graves has never dreamed or loved. Our inner cemetery is proof of our hope, resilience, and the thousand small deaths that make a single precious life. Sometimes you glimpse another self, a stranger who wears your face, shaped by choices you never made. It's a strange grief, mourning someone who never existed, a narrative that branched off and faded away. Society gives us rituals for tangible loss, but none for the painter who became an accountant or the dreamer who chose security. This sorrow is private, invisible to others, yet deeply human. You are the only mourner at the funeral for the you that might have been. To feel this is not self-indulgence, but an acknowledgement of your own richness. We are not single linear beings, but a collection of possibilities. Mourning the stranger you is a quiet act of honoring your own potential. It's perfectly okay to feel sadness for the lives you never lived. These feelings aren't signs of regret or ingratitude, but proof of a heart wide enough to hold many stories. Society urges us to tidy our emotions, to focus on the present, but some griefs are meant to be carried. The sorrow for the almosts is not a burden, but a smooth stone in your pocket, a reminder of paths not taken. These feelings add depth to your story, like phantom colors in your emotional palette. Acknowledging them doesn't diminish your life, it enriches it. They are the echoes of your own potential, the ghosts of other selves waving from across time. Welcome them, listen to them. They remind you of your vastness. Your grief for unlived lives is as real as any other sorrow. It is the quiet bass note beneath the melody of your life. May you be gentle as you walk through the cemetery of your past selves. Tend to the graves of your almost lives with kindness. They are not failures, but markers of a soul that dared to dream. Each silent loss is a thread in the tapestry of who you are, adding depth and richness to your story. Let the ache for the unlived remind you of your capacity for hope and beauty. These quiet griefs are sacred, the price of having a single precious life in a universe of infinite possibilities. To mourn a self you never became is to honor your boundless potential. Carry these unlived lives as blessings, gentle companions on your journey. They are the silent verses in your song, making your life's music all the more beautiful.